Hello my beautiful babes out there, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, thank you so much for watching today. In today's video, I thought I would do a chatty get ready style video where I am wearing a full face of my current favorites right now. Now of course I can't fit all of my favorites on my face, but I'll mention the other ones that I don't happen to use in this video as well. So if you are interested in seeing some gorgeous beautiful products and hear why I love them so much, then keep on watching. Alright, lovelies, I'm going to zoom you in. It is so bright and sunny outside. It's still a little chilly, but I'm feeling cheery. I'm just ready for spring. But let me zoom you guys in. Yeah, so I don't want to zoom you guys in too much because I want to be able to like show you guys the products as I'm going. But I feel like being that bee right now. I'm going to put on a freaking headband. I know so many like people do that in their videos, but I was looking at this. It was sitting on my desk forever, and I was like, I'm going to wear it today. I'm just going to embrace my inner feline. Oh my god, I had this from like Halloween and it's just been sitting there, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna use that in a video and I'm gonna be a cute little cat for y'all. And I got my kombucha here because what is life without kombucha or coffee or wine or money or love or health or... Okay, let me just stop. Okay, I'm all over the place. Maybe I had a little bit too much caffeine this morning. Can you tell? Anyway, so the first product that I'm going to use on this full face of favorites is this right here. This is the Fenty Beauty Primer. This is the Pro Filter Mattifying Primer. I really like this product. I am an oily skin type, so I like that this mattifies, but it's also very lightweight. It has a nice smooth texture to it, so I will show you guys it right here. It's just so lightweight. It feels like a lightweight moisturizer almost, and it makes your skin feel so soft. Like, oh, it feels so good on the skin, and it just does a really great job. And I love the scent of this. I know a lot of people don't like the smell of Fenty products, but that soft vanilla scent to me smells amazing. Okay, so I'm going to use this right here. This is the Perfect Glow BB Cream from Pearlies. And I recently got this, I think, in a BoxyCharm, and I have been using this a lot. And I'm not a person who likes glowy foundations, glowy BB cream, tinted, sheer makeup, because those kind of products tend to not last long on someone who has oily skin. But this product actually lasts really well on my skin, and I think it's because it is an oil-free product, and it says it's a natural looking coverage, matte meets glowy finish. And I love that it's so lightweight on the skin, but it gives a decent amount of coverage. It's like a light medium coverage, but it is really nice. And it has SPF 30, which I love. Anything that gives you sun protection, and this is in the shade medium. So basically I just kind of put it on a foundation brush. This is from Wet n Wild, and I just kind of put it there, and then I dab it all through my face. And this is just a perfect shade for me right now. I'm not super tan. I have a light tan to me, but it just goes on so nicely. Do you see that? There's a glow to this, but it's not like I'm wearing highlighter basically as my foundation like some products are. I'm getting a sponge so I can just add a little bit more coverage, because you can actually build with this and get a little bit more coverage. And of course this is where I want additional coverage, right here in the center part where I have a lot of acne scarring and enlarged pores. Alright, so let's put on some concealer. And you guys know, I mean, if you watch all my makeup videos, or some of them, I am always using this concealer in all of my videos. It will always be linked below as the concealer that's on my face, because it is so nice. It's very lightweight, and it gives like a nice light medium coverage. This is from Elva. This is the HD Concealer in Light, and I actually got this as a gift with purchase from Elva, and I was like, I'll probably not even like it, because usually like when you get a gift with purchase, it's not the best product. Sometimes you feel like it's the thing they're trying to get rid of. So I wasn't thinking it was going to be the best, you know. It was like, oh, that's probably one of those throwaway products, but I gave it a try, and I actually really love it. It has a decent amount of coverage without being heavy, without feeling like cakey, and it gives you decent coverage. You can build on it. It blends so nicely into the skin, and it's just so lightweight. And this has also been a favorite of mine. This is from BH Cosmetics. This is the 128 brush. I got this in a set, but I use this for my concealer. Normally I would go in with like a sponge for concealer, but now I'm like all about that brush life because this is so good. But look how easy that blended. It's like a natural finish to it. It's not super matte, and it gives great coverage. Now I don't have bags under my eyes. I don't deal with like darkness like that, and I have decent under eyes besides like the fine line, so I don't have a lot to cover. But I mean, I guess if you have dark circles and you deal with like discoloration under your eyes, I don't know if this would be like your favorite product because you might need full coverage. But for someone who doesn't really deal with darkness under the eyes and anything like that, I actually really like this concealer. Now that I have that all laid down, I like to go in with a powder foundation because I'm wearing a more sheer product, and I like to add a little bit more coverage. So this product right here is so good. This is from JCat. This is the Aqua Assurance Compact Foundation. It is so silky and soft to the touch, and it is such a nice powder foundation. It gives you good coverage, but not in a way where it's heavy or cakey looking. And look at this. Pen! Oh my god, a pen! I want to take a picture of this. When you have a lot of makeup, it's hard to pan a product, but this is showing you how much I love this. So I have the shade Natural, and I'm gonna warn you though, with this product you have to go a shade lighter because it does oxidize. So I highly recommend you go a shade lighter if you're gonna pick this up. And then, like you've seen, I have not set my concealer yet. I'm gonna get some of the creasing, but I use this powder in here. So this is also a favorite of mine. This is from Kaleidos. This is the Charisma Contour Palette in the shade Warm Medium, and I use the heck out of this bronzer. I even use this powder a lot, and this is what I'm gonna use to set my under eyes. But this whole palette, I'll even go in with this cooler tone, like contoury shade, and mix it with the bronzer if I want a little bit coolness or I want to kind of contour just a little bit. So I go into the brightening powder, and I use that to set under my under eyes. Just so I can have some brightness, because if I go in with the powder foundation, it's gonna like kind of darken the lightness of the concealer, and I still want some brightness. So I use that to set, and then I go in with the bronzer. So I'm gonna take this brush right here, this little angled brush, and I just dig in there. Sometimes I go in a little bit with the cool tone shade, and I like to keep it up a little bit higher. This is so pretty. It's so blendable, and it's a nice shade for me. It's not overly warm at all, and it does a little bit of just warming up the face, but not in like a where I have orange powder on my face, you know, that kind of warmth. Okay, I just realized I wasn't supposed to powder my face yet because I was going to use these cream sticks here for blush, but surprisingly these actually do well even over powder. So these are the Kiko Milano Tuscan Sunshine 3-in-1 all over stick. They are cream sticks, cream blushes that dry down to a more matte finish, and they don't budge. They do really well on my oily skin. So I have the shade 01, which is kind of like a neutral, slightly peach shade, and then I have this one that's a little bit more of a cool tone, like mauvey pink shade, and they're just so good. So I'm gonna go on with this one because I like a more neutral blush, but you can literally just put that on the skin. It's just so creamy. So I lay it down. I can go in with a fluffy brush, and it moves so easily on the skin. Like, look at that. It's doing such a good job over powder. It's not picking up any of the foundation, and it just sits on the cheeks so nicely. Like, look how easy that was to blend. And you can layer on top, so if you want a little bit more color, and they have so many colors in these sticks. I love this. But I do love these. I highly recommend these from Kiko Milano. And then for powder blushes that I've been loving, and I'll usually top one of these over this because I'm just extra, okay? I love layering on blushes. The more blush, the better. Is there such thing as too much blush? I mean, some of y'all would be like, yes. Yes, there is such thing as too much blush. But hey, like Angelica Nikovic always says, she's a happy clown. I'm a happy clown too, okay? I'm gonna just live my happy clown life and let my cheeks do the talking, basically. So I'm gonna take one of these blushes. So I've been really loving this Elva Flower Blusher from Udens Eye. This is in the shade Little Jasmine. It is a more like neutral blush, and this has a beautiful sheen to it. So I'm gonna swatch that so you guys can see. They're so pretty. Like, look at that. Such a pretty blush that's on the neutral side. And then this one from Buxom. This is the Primer Infused Blush, and this is in the shade Seashells. And it's just so freaking pretty. Also neutral, but this one has, someone focus, has a sheen to it. And in the pan, you're like, I don't know about that having a sheen. But once you put it on your cheeks, there's definitely a sheen to this. But look at that. There is a definite glow to it. It's such a subtle but natural, beautiful glow. What is wrong with me? I cannot say words. I'm gonna go over with this one on the top of that blush stick and add that on top. Do you? Look at that. No highlighter, nothing. It doesn't have glitter. It doesn't have like shimmer specks in it. There's just a beautiful glowy sheen to this product. So that is the blushes I've been loving on. And now for the ultimate highlighter. I've mentioned this in videos. This right here. This is the Space Age Prophecy highlighter from Kaleidos. This is their first multi-chrome highlighter that they've ever done. This product is literally out of this world. Do you see that? That's so intense. I hope you guys can see the shift in here. But look at this. There's like an orange, gold, peach. Oh my god, there's so many shifts in this. But it's like still wearable. I'll pick it up with the brush. This can get real extreme, real fast, and get super intense. You want to go on. Look at that. I was about to say you want to go in with a light hand, and I've already messed that up. It is so easy to get so much extreme glow and payoff from this. So you just have to go in with the lightest hand to get this highlighter to show. I hope you guys are seeing the gorgeousness of this highlighter. If you want something unique, this is it. This is the highlighter. It is on the pricey side because it's a multi-chrome, but I think it's worth every freaking penny. So now that the face is good, I'll show you guys a brow product that I've been loving a lot, and this is the Urban Decay Brow Blade. I'm kind of late on the game with this one, and at first when I got it, I was like, I don't think this product is for me because I don't deal with too much issues with having sparse brow hairs. Like, I have a decent amount of brow hairs, and this has the little like pen here that you can draw in brow hairs. And I was like, I don't know if I actually need this, but I got mine in dark drape, and it also has a pencil side. I really like the pencil, and surprisingly I found a way to use the pen. So I'm going to do this quickly. I'm not going to have you see the whole process of me putting this on, but I go in and just draw like the shape first, and then what I do is I'll go in with this one, and anywhere where I feel like needs some more pigment or to be filled in, I'll just run that through. Now you have to kind of learn with this product because it's so easy to lay it on too thick or too dark because it's so pigmented and there's just a lot of product in it. So you have to go a really light hand and just kind of brush, start from the bottom and go up with this kind of product. But I think I found a way to make this work for my brows. Let me do the other brow off camera, and then we can go on to the next part of this look. Okay, I am back and my brows are done, and this is how I do my brows. Now, are they perfect? Probably not. Am I an expert in brows? No, but this is what's been working for me. Now it's time for the eyes. And my favorite palettes I have been loving on, you're probably not going to be surprised if you watch a lot of my makeup videos, is these right here. This is the Wahala 2 palette from Juvia's Place. Love this. And then this is the Club Nebula palette from Kaleidos. This was the collaboration with Angelica Nikabis. I did do a palette ranking. I don't know if it's going to come out before this video, but if it is, I'll link it below. I'll put it up in the corner. But these were the top 2 in my ranking. This was number 1. This was number 2. So I had to do a video where I used both of them on my eyes. Okay, so I'm taking this little brush right here from, what is this, from Glamlight, and I'm going to go in with Gravity. This like limey green shade, and I'm going to use that in the front half. I want to do a green tealy look. That's what I'm feeling right now. So I want to now go in with the Juvia's Place palette, and I'm going to use the shade Lust on the outer edge because I like depth to my looks, and I'm going to set that down. Same brush that I used the limey green, and I'm just going to put this down. Okay, now let's use my favorite product of all time. I use this in every single video, the NYX glitter primer. This is so good. This does such a good job at helping like shimmers here better, to be more like high shine, to help just things stick better. It does such a good job. So now I'm going to go in with this shade from the Wahala 2. This is the Venom shade, and I'm going to pick that up and I'm going to work that out in this part. These shimmers in here are so pretty. The mattes are also really, really nice. I just love, love, love Juvia's Place's formula. And I'm going to go into the Kaleidos one and go into a Firefly. And I'm going to use that in the inner portion. And this one's a little sheer, but you can build this shade up. It's great as a topper, but if you lay it down like with a glitter primer or a wet brush, you can build up the opacity with this shade. So because I want even more depth, I'm going to go into the Queen of Blades shade in the Kaleidos palette, and I'm going to use the same little fluffy brush, and I'm going to use that to deepen the outer corner even more. I feel like I just want a little bit more depth. So I want to mimic the crease on the lower lash line. So I want to go in with Gravity, the limey green shade, start that in the beginning. And then I'm going to take the Lust shade right here on the outer part and connect those two. And then I'm going to take some of Queen of Blades from the Kaleidos palette on the outer part here. Now for the inner corner, I'm going to use this shade called Fame from the Wahala 2 palette. It's on the chunkier side, like it's a little bit more textured. So I'm going to pick it up on the pencil brush, and then I'm going to wet it a little bit just so it doesn't fall out everywhere and it sticks better. And put that in the inner portion. And this one has like a slight goldy shift to this one. Alright, so because I'm extra and this is not enough apparently for me, I want to use the pressed glitters. I know not everybody loves pressed glitters, but I work them all the time. So I think I want to take this right here. It goes in the outer part, like right here between the matte and the shimmer, kind of where I laid the teal shimmer, and just have some fun. So of course, more glitter primer is needed for this. And I'm just going to kind of tap it just right here. This pressed glitter does have somewhat of a gel base to it, so it holds together pretty well. But I mean, of course, I want to lay down a glitter primer just to make sure these adhere the best to the lids. Ooh, of course. Look at that! Yes, that is so fun. But I feel like they just added some interest. Just added a little extra pizzazz, even though this look was pizzazzy enough without the pressed glitter. But I think that's really good. So I have a gel liners that I've been loving on. Now, of course, I can't use them all in this look, but I have been loving the Melt gel liners that I got from the Blueprint collection, and I have been loving these gel liners from Lethal Cosmetics. I love these so much. I ordered like 4 more shades recently in different colors because they're just so freaking good. So both really good formulas, but of course I think I want to use this Threshold shade as my liner today. So yeah, so I'm just going to start off on the end, create a wing. I like to start off with my good side. So that's what I do. I just do a wing. It still came out decent even though I was already messing it up. And then I'm gonna go in and do the other side. I'm just gonna do that off camera because you don't want to see the struggle bust of this eye. Okay, I feel like I laid it down kind of thick, but it's fine. It still looks really cool. I guess I wanted like peacock vibes. I guess that's what I was going for. But that is the gel liner from Lethal Threshold. So good. And I'm going to use the mascara I've been using a lot lately. This is a travel size, but this is the Ysl the Shock Mascara. It is more of a wet formula, so if you don't like a wet formula, you probably won't like this. It's just a lot of product that comes out on the brush, but for some reason I like a more wet formula. So I've actually just been really loving this, and for a travel size I feel like this would last me so long because there's just so much product. But I'm gonna put that on my lashes so you guys can see. Okay, so that's with one coat. And I feel like it does a big difference with my lashes. Now I feel like because my wing liner is so thick, it's hard to tell, but do you guys see that? What a difference. Like, I hope you guys can tell. It's so good. It definitely helps my lashes just look so intense and voluminous but long. All right, there are my lashes. Look at that. I think it does a great job. Now, I did notice with this one, there's a slight scent to it, which is weird for a mascara to have a scent. It's a very subtle, it's not overpowering, but you'll notice it as you're putting it on. But I really do like this mascara, and I feel like I'm gonna end up getting the full-size version of it. So let me zoom you guys out a little bit so we can do the lips, and I can wrap up this video. Okay, last but not least are the lips. Now, the 2 products I've been loving a lot are the Udens Eye Elva matte lip stains. These are so nice. This is the shade Perfect Plum. This is the one I've been using a lot. And then the About Face. This is their matte Paint It lip colors. But this reminds me a lot of the Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks, like the formula. But both of these matte products right here are really good. If you want a more sheer finish that dries out to a matte that's super lightweight, this one is excellent. It's beautiful. I love Perfect Plum. I do also have Ripe Papaya, which is more of an orangey shade if you like a more orange one. But for this eye look, I think this one will go the best, the About Face one. So I'm going to use that one, but I'm gonna put some lip liner on, and the lip liners I have been loving so much are the ones from Nabla. These are the close-up lip shapers. This is the shade 3, which I used a lot. So I'm gonna line my lips with this one really quickly. See, this is such a beautiful color. They have a bunch of new shades in this lineup, and they are creamy but not overly creamy. There's a little tug to it, but that's so it can be more long wearing. It is definitely like a matte finish. It's not overly creamy where it's just gonna smear all over the place. So that is a great lip liner. And then of course we're gonna go over with the About Face one and lay that down. See how like warm tone that is, but it goes really good with this lip liner. Okay, but that was the finished look. Took the headband off. I'm feeling my hair, looking fresh. I did get a haircut, if you guys can see. The girl took off a lot of hair, more than I was expecting her. But when I said take off all the split ends, I guess the split ends were like really, really bad. But I just love how this look came out. I love all these products, and I just hope this kind of style video was more helpful than me just showing the products and telling you why I love it. I mean, I think it says a lot more when you can actually see the products being used on my face and see them, you know, for yourself and how they perform. But let me know in the comments below if this video was helpful. Let me know what things you've been loving on. Do you have any favorites that you recommend? I would love to hear from all of y'all. And if you're new here and you like this video, you like fashion, makeup, beauty, and all that fun stuff, then hit that subscribe button and join this little family we got going on. And give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to check out the description below. I have all the products linked as well as my contact information. I'm also on Instagram as Breezy Lifestyle and Breezy_Beauty if you guys want to check out my channels and all that good stuff. And that was everything, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video and to hang out with me and for supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. But I hope you are doing well wherever you are in the world, and just sending you light and love. But until next time, bye guys.